Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to the second day of the motivational speaking contest. And today you are ready for a treat because I can tell you that our contestants today they are amazing, outstanding. So from your comfort on your own home, you are about to experience one of the most powerful motivational speaking speeches. I want to thank every single one of you that are sitting at home today and want to enjoy about this broadcasting, and maybe you can get inspired how you too can become a great motivational speaker. We believe at the speakers are leaders that your voice can transform the world. My name is Harry Sardinas. I'm a public speaking and leadership coach, and I train thousands of speakers, gold medalists, entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, how to present more effectively so you can attract more business to you. But today I'm very happy that I have a beautiful and amazing co-host today, which is my partner Lily. So I want to introduce to the stage, welcome to the stage, my co-host for tonight, Lily Patrascu.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Speakers Are Leaders Motivational Speaking Contest. My name is Lily Patrascu, and I'm a book publisher. I create books that transform the world, and I'm so excited to welcome you to an amazing night where we have three contestants who are going to participate in order to win the very coveted award, which is the Speakers Are Leaders Motivational Speaking Award. And the really exciting thing about that is that you are going to listen to inspirational speeches which are going to help you to get inspired, motivated, and driven to achieve more of your goals. And there are some rules, and the rules are first that every speech is 18 minutes. And if you are listening, if you're watching, and if you are enjoying any of the speeches, please comment, like, and share, because these speakers have been preparing intensively and they are here for you. They are here to share their message, their story, and to empower you with that. So please be kind, please comment, like, and share as much as you possibly can. And any speaker who speaks more than 18 minutes is going to be disqualified. But I know that our speakers have been preparing intensively. They are all members of Speakers Are Leaders Club, where we train entrepreneurs, aspiring speakers, authors to share their message with the world so they can reach a much larger audience. And one important thing to remember is that it doesn't matter if you win tonight, because anyhow, you have the opportunity to reach audiences that potentially have never heard of you before, and you could speak on worldwide stages when we are allowed to do so. And in the meantime, virtually, you can reach any place you would like. So first, let's see who is going to be first. And for that, we're going to play a game. It's called the Wheel of Names. So let's play the Wheel of Names so we can see who is going to be first. And let's start now. The Wheel of Names is getting ready. Yes? Okay, if you could put it, I cannot see actually. If you could put it in the main screen so I can see who it is. Okay, so we can see the first one is Teuta. Very good. Okay, and let's see the next one. Okay. The second speaker is Gerrard. And of course, the third one is going to be the amazing Sunny. So tonight we have 3 amazing countries that are competing. We have 2 from England and 1 from Albania. A lot of you have been saying yesterday, why so many women? Why is it just women? Well, tonight the men are here and the men are going to fight their way to success. They're going to try their hardest to claw the winning award from Teuta. And I know it will be very tricky because women at Speakers and Leaders are amazing. And of course, men are amazing as well. And I know regardless of who the speakers are, they are going to absolutely delight you with their speeches. So I'll hand over the stage back to Harry Sardinas, who is going to introduce the judges. Woohoo!
Thank you so much, Lily, for this amazing introduction. And before we start, we want to introduce the judges because without you, this competition is not possible. I just would like to thank every single one of you for being here. I know that it's weekend, and I know that all of you are experienced speakers, and it takes time and effort to be here. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. So while the speakers are preparing for the competition and to prepare the speeches, so the first one is going to be Teuta. So while Teuta is getting ready, then we are going to introduce the judges. So the first judge that we want to introduce today, she's from Spain. Her name is Patricia. So I would like to Patricia to be welcome to the stage to introduce herself. Patricia from Spain. Welcome to the stage, Patricia.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you? Thank you for being here this evening. As Harriet said, my name is Patricia. I'm from Spain. I'm specialist in strategic marketing and social media. I help influencers and business to create strategies and for their promotion in business and their branding. And it's a pleasure to be here tonight. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. And the second judge that we're going to introduce today, she's a broadcaster, a TV presenter, a politician, a great speaker, a great leader. So welcome to the stage, our next member of the panel of judges for today, the amazing, unbelievable Juliet.
Thank you so much. And my name is Juliet Mahapila, your one and only African Wonder Woman. And indeed, I just want to celebrate everyone here tonight. And I'm a community educator, I'm a change maker. I love to work to advocate for issues within the community. And indeed, community development work is at the heart of the work that I do. I just want to wish every contestant the best. To be right here, right now, it's sparkling. We are on fire here tonight. I tell you what, ready to be here tonight, ready to go. Back to you, Harry.
Thank you so much, Juliet, for having you here. And we want to introduce you, Maria. Maria is one of member of the panel of judges also from today. She's a Toastmaster member, a professional speaker, motivational speaker, and she has been in the speaking world for several years. So a great colleague and great master about the subject. So Maria, I want to introduce you. So please, can you share some welcome words from you? So welcome to the stage, Maria.
evening, everybody. Maria Carmen Fernandez. I'm also from Spain, but based in London. I am an IT Agile Delivery Manager. A large part of my job is motivating and leading teams. And my experience in public speaking, in particular as a member of Toastmasters, as Harry mentioned, has helped me a lot in motivating and inspiring teams. I am therefore a big fan of motivational speaking, and I look forward to all the wonderful speeches lined up for this evening. Best of luck to all the speakers tonight. Thank you very much.
Hello. And then we have our next judge that we're going to introduce today is Sebastian. He is from Sebastian. He's a parenting coach, also motivational speaker. So Sebastian, can you please introduce yourself? Welcome to the stage, Sebastian.
Thank you, Harry, so much. Yes, I'm a parental coach. I help parents and other adults to transform relationships with their teenagers. I'm also a counselor. I'm an author, a teacher, and obviously a speaker. Yeah, I'm from, I live in England, but I was born in Poland. So yeah, and it's an honor to be here. Thank you very much. And I really look forward to hearing all the speakers tonight.
Thank you very much. And while we're waiting for Altia to connect, Altia is just getting to connect now. She's one of the judges also for today. So I want to pass the stage to Lily to share a story why she decided to become a speaker and how come she was so terrified and now she's speaking all over the world. So Lily, in 5 minutes, 6 minutes, so we give time to Altea to connect. Can you please share with the audience how you become from being so scared to become a motivational speaker? So like this, Teuta also have a little bit more time to prepare before she speaks. So welcome to the stage, Lily.
So imagine a 29-year-old who comes to London with 2 suitcases full of hopes and dreams and 100 euros in her pocket. That girl was me. And I remember I was full of hopes, full of dreams, and I imagined that I would come here for a year or so and I would have an amazing time. And literally that was the end of what I really wanted. And then after spending a few months there, I realized that I wanted to visit the world. I wanted to do so many different things. And it was only when I published my first book that the entire world changed for me, because before that, I was invisible. Nobody really knew me. I wasn't really meeting any sort of people because I was working as a nanny, and to the point that people were actually almost running away from me because they thought that why would someone choose to be a nanny? Because there are so many different jobs that people could do. And it was only when I published my first book that so many different things opened up for me. The first thing was that I met Harry Sardinas, who gave me the opportunity to manage his companies, and from then on to manage his property business and to help thousands of people to find their first job and to learn English. And in the process, I realized that I was very good at turning ordinary things into extraordinary things. And how I realized that was because, first of all, the properties Harry was renting out, they were average properties. And I was thinking, would I live on these sort of properties? And the answer was no. And that's when I figured, let me improve them. Let me add some value so that people like me would be enticed into living there. So what I did is I beautified them. I turned them into extraordinary properties by adding a painting, a flower, and different other things. And that is when I created a really amazing image for these properties. And much later, what happened was that I became interested in becoming an international speaker. And I'll tell you about all of that a little bit later. So I'll hand back the stage to Harry Sardinas, who is going to introduce the amazing judge, Althea Grant.
Thank you so much, Lily. And it's a pleasure for me to introduce all of you, our member of the panel of judges today. And this member is a member that I'm very grateful for because he's an event promoter and organizer. And she gave me the opportunity to share the stage with Les Brown in an event that she organized here in London in front of 1,600 people, right? It was 2 floors. And Atia is an international event organizer, an event promoter, also international speaker. And for the speakers, this is the message. Yes, speak powerfully because Althea is watching and you never know. So welcome to the stage, our good friend, a great promoter, a woman with a big heart, with a lot of power. And like I said, an amazing role model for all of you speakers. So welcome to the stage, our member of Josh.
Hello. And I have to first apologize for being late. I am also a jobbing attorney or lawyer here in London. So I had an appointment with my client. And yeah, so let's go tonight. Last night was an amazing night. And my name's Althea Grant. I am all that Harry says, and he's very generous about it. You know, many years ago, I was a newbie speaker also, and I went to a course to do one thing, and I ended up being an international speaker. So you never know who is watching, what will happen, and what they will think of your talent, what they need at the time. At the time, what was needed was a newbie speaker like myself to go on stage and to show people, you know, what the person who trained me could do. So tonight, just give it your all. Last night, as I said, and I don't want to take up the time, I am the promoter and business partner for Les Brown in London. I created and hosted and managed Les Brown in London. And those 2 events were just amazing. Harry and Lily were just 2 of the amazing lineup. Thousands were there. And one of the great things was we had a lot of young people. So if there are young people here, young at heart or young in age, do know that you have a story and just give it your all tonight. Last night, we had Adeobi, Michelle, and Latifa, and they were wonderful. So you've got a lot to live up to today. So all who are watching all over the world, Thank you for coming. Do share, do make this go viral, because it is something that is needed and it's something close to my heart. So Harry, I'm not doing you a favor, you're doing me one, because I would like to see so many more minorities, people from all around the world tell their story, and you're giving them the platform. So over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Atia, for your kind words. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Atia Grant is one of the biggest promoter events in the world. So all these organizers from big events in this area, we all know her very well. She has a great reputation for creating great events, and actually, like she shared with us, she's the promoter, the main promoter for Les Brown in UK, right? So they saying that Atia, after she's gonna share with you a little bit more about a project that she's working, which is called 50 Voices. One is a project that we are also supporting her, because it's based on bringing minorities and give them a voice. So it is as we know, the speaking world is male dominated, and Atia is working really hard, and speakers and leaders, we also working hard to get this balance and to bring more women to the stage, more young people to the stage, more old people to the stage. Yesterday we have Michelle, we have different ages, different background, different countries, in order that everybody have a voice so they can express themselves, because we believe that your voice can transform the world, right? So I'm going to pass the stage to Lily now, that she will introduce Teuta, because Teuta has been in Lily's program and she has write not only one book, was not enough. She decided to write two. So now it's finishing the second one. So we are very grateful for this commitment that Teuta has in order to share her experience, to share her story. And I think that all it takes is the willing to help others, and willing to be the best of yourself. I had a conversation with Teuta the other day, and I acknowledge her because she's always training. She is a person that is always trying to get better and better and better, right? And this quality is allowing her to become very skillful when it comes to public speaking. So I want to pass the stage to Lily to share a little bit of stories about when Lily met Teuta, and the books, amazing books that she's doing. And then we're going to bring Teuta to the stage. So welcome to the stage, Lily.
Now, I am going to disappoint you slightly, because it's not going to be Teuta. There has been a very tiny change in the program. Will is going to go first. And what's so amazing about Will is that he has an incredible story, a really incredible story. And it's so incredible that, what I love about Will is that he's so charming, so charismatic, and he has this charisma that you just love hearing his story over and over and over again. And he's going to talk about a topic that is a very sensitive topic. Not a lot of people like to talk about it because it's so sensitive, but because it's his story. He is going to be sharing that very, very sensitive story. And it's about finding the will to live. And I think a lot of people don't. And that's the reason why I think it's very courageous, very brave. And it's a very empowering story that so many people need to hear. So I want to welcome to the stage Will Gerrard with Finding.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you. First and foremost, thank you to the promoters of this wonderful event once again, Sardinas and Lily Patrascu. And thank you very much to the audience for tuning in and watching and listening for another wonderful event. Thank you. I am Will Gerrard, entrepreneur, coach, therapist, speaker, and author of the upcoming book, Finding the Will to Live. Why did I want to become a coach, you may ask? Because of my own life experiences. See, ever since my mid-20s, ever since recovering from post-traumatic stress disorder, I have had a burning desire inside to want to help people, particularly men who have been in the same situation that do not speak out. See, for a man, they bottle it down. So on my journey, I started doing diplomas in counselling skills, neuro-linguistic programming, coaching. I also started to read dozens of books on these chosen subjects in psychology, counselling, therapy, also hypnotherapy. On my journey to become and help and motivate people as possible and as much as I can. See, this had been a dream of mine for a long time. And now it's become a reality, a fantastic reality, which is great, isn't it? Have you ever been in a situation when you felt helpless as a child? Now, I come from a big family. I'm the youngest of 4 brothers, and there's quite a big age gap. They're called John, Jeff, Christopher, and David, my 4 older brothers. Yes, we was very close, as you can imagine. We used to go around our local estate because I come from a council estate too. We go play knock a door run, we play hide and seek, tiggy, you name it, we played it. We had great fun. Now, as I mentioned, the age gap was quite different. As time went on, my brother started drinking alcohol to the point that they would come back to my mum's house and they would start fights. They would start fights and be violent in front of me, in front of my mum. Now, seeing that as a child is very scary. I felt helpless and powerless. Sometimes they would even set up on my mum. And witnessing that was terrifying. Then my other brothers would get me very frightening. Time went on, got to the point where it started to affect my mental health. Even as a child, I started self-harming. Self-harming. Now, I was only young. Nobody knew what I was doing because I used to say that I fell over in the park, and that's how I cut myself. After a while, things become worse. To the point where when on my 18th birthday party, 2 of my brothers, John and Chris, had a fight. And my brother, I was in shock, it was like a nightmare. You get this limiting belief that, am I going to turn out like this? The belief I have is far stronger than what my brother's was like. See, the point of the story is, shortly after this, yes, the inevitable happened. I started to get into fights myself because of what I witnessed. I suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder for 6 years because of this event and the childhood. See, the point is, no matter how young you are stronger than you think. Going through that, you can and will survive it. Without a doubt, you stay strong. Have that limiting belief that you're not going to turn out like that. Anything at all. Keep fighting. Have you ever been in a situation where you have been totally ruined by a person or a life event? You see, I've been working in construction for over 20 years. And I always wanted my own business, you know, to be my own boss, to have the freedom of being my own boss. So I set about doing this. I started little by little, saving money up to buy a van, to buy ladders, more tools, etc. I was becoming busy. The first few months was difficult. But after a while, after 6 months, business started to flow, up to the point where I had to take 3 more people on, 3 more staff. I was doing it. I was living the dream. I'd achieved my goal of being my own boss and having the freedom. Waking up on a morning, not having to answer to anybody. It was what a great feeling. My partner at the time asked me to do my accounts, and I agreed. A few months passed, and I had a gut feeling, a sinking feeling that something wasn't right with the accounts, but I couldn't prove it. After all, I'm no accountant, right? Another 6 months passed. She became very controlling. And by controlling, I mean telling me when and when I cannot come in. If I went out with my friends, you will be back by this time. Make sure you do these chores before you go out. If I folded my arms, she would literally throw my arms apart to let me know that she was in control. As you can imagine, I became very unhappy. I will just say this, never ever let anybody try to control or manipulate you in life. Nobody has the right to do that to another human being. I shortly left. I got a 2-bedroom flat of my own. I was instantly happier. Yes, I was upset because we all know relationships hurt if you break up. I sought the help of a proper accountant. Looked on Google around my area, local accountants, checked. I phoned up. Hello, are you taking any clients on? She said, yes, we are at the minute, Will. Thank you. I said, oh, that's great. Can I bring my accounts on, please? She went, yes, of course you can. Bring them down tomorrow. I said, that's great. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. I went down the very next day with my accounts. Knocked on the door. Said, come in. I walked in. Hello, I'm Will. Gave my accounts. She said, I'll be in touch in 2 days or so. I said, thank you, that's great. Thank you very much. I was working away when I received a phone call. Will? I said, yes. Come round and see me, please, ASAP. These accounts are a mess. I said, oh, I was concerned. Checking her back, I said, oh, okay, I'll be round as soon as I can. I went round. I knocked on the door. Come in, Will. Knocked in. So he sat before me in a big brown leather chair. Will, these accounts are a damn mess. I don't know what you've been doing and spending money on. I was taken aback. So what do you mean? I'm good with money and I've never lived beyond my means. Then he explained that my ex had been doing my accounts and I had something was going on. She said, yes, I can see that. And she's been very clever in doing so. Taken her back, I said, what do you mean? I'll get straight to the point. You're bankrupt. I said, bankrupt? How can that be? You're bankrupt, Will. She's been very clever and I don't know what to suggest. I took my accounts. I went home, sat on the sofa, head in my hands, my heart sank. What was I going to do? Everything I've worked for, gone. Gone just like that, in the blink of an eye. How could I have been so stupid? The inevitable happened. I couldn't pay my rent. I got kicked out of my flat. My home for the next 6 weeks was going to be my Ford white transit van. I was homeless. I took what belongings I had, my tools, a laptop, my clothes. That was it. My first night in the van, cried my eyes out. And I wouldn't ask for help. Despite coming from a big family and having some friends, I wouldn't ask for help as a matter of pride, as being a man. So I became very hungry too, as you can imagine. To the point I was literally eating seaweed from the beach because I come from a seaside town. And I was eating dandelions and daisies, literally. And I still wouldn't ask for help. I was bathing in a local river called Scorby Beck early in the morning, so nobody would see me. After around 6 weeks of this, I reached my lowest point. I decided I'd had enough. I wanted to die. So one night in the van, I had a piece of hose pipe, put it from the exhaust into the cab, closed the window, and proceeded to start the engine. Seconds passed, but it felt like minutes or hours. I started to cough. I had this limiting belief that there's my children, what are you doing? I slammed my fists on the steering wheel. Will, what are you doing? You're going to leave your children fatherless. My 2 boys. What are you thinking of? You're stronger than this. I turned the engine off, opened the door, jumped out of the van, waited for the fumes to clear. Getting my hands burst into tears. What was I just nearly doing? Could have been so close to death. I would have left my children fatherless. I'm stronger than this. I had that limiting belief in that present moment that no, I wasn't going to die. I wanted to live. Not just for me, for my children. So I can see them grow up, become the father that I am, be strong and proud for them as they are of me. So you're going through something like that. Yes, I was only homeless for 6 weeks, which it seemed like a short time. But when you're going through that, it felt like months or even years. At that point, at that moment in time, you see, you have to keep fighting. That lowest point of my life, and you have to have that limiting belief that you want to fight on. Keep going, keep moving. You have to fight in life. Life's too precious. When you go through something like that, you sort of have an awakening. And you come to appreciate the little things in life after that, such as a hot meal, a warm bed, a cuddle off your shoulders. Next, be grateful, very grateful about these little things in life. Point of the story is, no matter what you go through, because we all go through things in life, not just me, you never ever give up. Never ever give up on life. It's too precious. Wake up on a morning like with a zest that you want to carry on living. And if you find yourself in a situation where you need help, please, please do not be afraid to ask, because I didn't. I didn't, you see. And that's what happened. Keep fighting. So you've ever gone through a goal? You've had a goal in mind that you wanted to achieve. Have you? You see, my goal was to help as many people as I can, and motivate and inspire as many people as I can. That's why I started doing diplomas, learning as much knowledge as I could on my journey for this quest. I wanted to help people who have been in similar situations or have goals to achieve. I want to get rid of negative limiting beliefs, such as I am not good enough, I am not confident, I can never start a business. Who am I to start a business? See, I work with limiting beliefs. You see, our memories are stored on a timeline in our subconscious mind. And I work on a timeline therapy, or a timeline system, if you will. You see, I get you to close your eyes. And if you have a trauma or a limiting belief, it came from somewhere. Whether it was your childhood, whether it was adolescence or adulthood, it came from somewhere. So in my system, I take you back to the very point where this belief first started. Then we start to unpack it, unpick it, until that is no more, then we overpower it with a better, stronger limiting belief, such as, I can do this, I am confident, I can achieve my goals, I can do anything I want. Sound unbelievable? Well, it's not, I tell you that. Then, and only then, when you have removed this negative limiting belief, can we work towards your goals, such as, I use the GROW model, goal, reality, outcome, way forward. The SMART model, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-framed. I ask specific questions for each of these models. Also throwing in some neuro-linguistic programming, such as the SWISH method, which is great for also helping get rid of limiting beliefs. Negative ones specifically. Then we work towards your goal. We go to your future this time. Each step working towards that goal. I like visualization, you see. Creative visualization is a very powerful tool in coaching, as is writing down your goals and putting a date on them. Then you see the end result. You see the end result of you actually achieving this goal. Then you work back towards the present, bearing in mind taking each step you took to achieve this goal. That's how I work. And it's a very powerful message and model. Same as speaking. I was scared to death of speaking until I went to a Speakers Are Leaders workshop in London. I'd never done it before. I was sat there and I was called up on stage, scared to death. I was quivering wreck, butterflies like you wouldn't believe. But once I started talking, this all dissipated and I felt great. I felt powerful, empowered, that I was able to empower people. And I can do it in such a way that people listen. You see, this is what it's about. It's about empowering people. It's not about me. It's about helping others, helping them towards them goals, empowering them, make them become the person they can be. Because I tell you something, I use the coach to great effect. I'll just leave you with this. Unbelievable? No, it's not. If I can do it, so can you. Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing speech. Will Gerrard chose to find the will to live. He chose to live until he dies, to live as if every single day is the last one. And it's just been a mind-blowing speech. I think you can be so proud of it. I am so excited for you. You have been absolutely amazing. And I'm sure that you have touched, moved, and inspired thousands of people who are watching or who will be watching in the next few days. So another round of applause for Will Gerrard with Finding the Will to Live. And I'll hand over back the stage to Harry Sardinas.
Thank you very much, Lily, for this introduction. And I would like to, I think that the speech of Will was extremely powerful. And thank you for jumping up. So powerful, right? So Teuta at the moment is dealing with some internet issues. So she's trying to get back online. And in the meantime, we are about to introduce our second speaker for the night. So He's an amazing, powerful speaker. Also, part of Lily's book program. He's writing a book about blockchain. And so, Lily, can you please just talk a little bit about Sonny? How was the process with the book? And after, you can introduce to the stage to our next speaker for tonight, Sonny. So, welcome to the stage, Lily.
Most people die broke. You don't have to. This is what Sonny talks about in his brand new book, which is World-Changing Blockchain Opportunities. And it's about a topic that a lot of people don't know much about: cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and blockchain, and how it can benefit you in your daily life. And he is the creator of an amazing app, which is called MediLives, which gives the opportunity for ordinary people to have access to doctors 24/7 anywhere in the world at the touch of a button inside an app. And Sonny had already written most of his books when he met me, and that's a really exciting stage to be at, because it can take as much as 50 years to reach to this point where you feel ready to have a book out. Because a lot of people say, when I write a book, I need to be ready. I need to know enough. And I think that's a big step that is preventing thousands of people, if not millions of people, from writing a book. And I'm so proud of Sonny that he came up with this book, and that is going to transform the life of millions of people potentially. And with his app, the MediLives app, that is making a huge difference with AI and blockchain, which is basically the future. And he's teaching a lot of workshops about the impact of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and how you can leverage it in order to become financially free, or basically to get your finances in check. And Sonny, now one really exciting thing about Sonny is that he has a sunny personality. He is one of the most fun people I have ever had the opportunity to meet. And I remember when we met him at Speakers and Leaders, I think it was last year, and he was wearing this outfit, this incredible outfit that was literally like making him seen from a mile away. And this is what great branding is all about. He really showed, the whole thing about being branded well is not only about you looking professional, but it's about being distinctive. And this is what he's doing very, very well. He was really, really distinctive. And now he is coming out with this book as well, which is also going to help him brand even more. And because of that, thousands and thousands of people will be able to meet him as well. So this is something that he's doing very well. I'm very excited to work with someone like Sonny, because he's fun. And Speakers and Leaders is all about having fun whilst doing what you love, which is speaking worldwide, meeting the kind of clients you really want to work with, and fulfilling your full potential. So let's welcome to the stage the incredible Sonny Ahonsi, worldwide.
Isn't that amazing? Today's show, tomorrow, yesterday, and the next day, it is a program that will be put together by these amazing two people, inspirational people, selfless, doing it for others. And that is Lily and Harry. Thank you. And thank also for the judges, and also Will. That was an amazing experience. In fact, I have learned a lot from your own personal experience, but that's just what it's all about, isn't it really? But just before I start, this is my topic: inspire others through your own setbacks or adversity that you have learned in life. How many of you here really suffer some setback in your lives? I'd like you to raise up your hand. Yeah, I had. Thank you. I'm sure many of you here had. But have you ever thought of how you can use that setback to support, to inspire, to optimize other people's position? Yeah, I have. And that's the reason why I'm standing before all of you tonight. Yeah, my name is Dr. Sunny Ahonsi. I am an inspirational speaker and a writer of the upcoming book on blockchain and cryptocurrencies. I am also the CEO of MediLives, a telemedical system that enables a patient to connect with doctors any time of the day, any day of the week, any part of the globe. It's to enable to have affordable, accessible health and well-being at the press of a button. Yes, a true demonstration of what I call technology enables proximity to doctors and other healthcare professionals. That's what life is all about. Many of us, when they have some setback, they hunker down in complaint. They hunker down in disappointment. But I have turned some of my own setback to inspire not just thousands, but million people and even billions to come. My journey into the blockchain and crypto started just around about 5-6 years ago when one of my students introduced me into the blockchain. At first, I was very skeptical. I thought it was all this sort of a Ponzi scheme, but I went into it in any case, and I bought some crypto, but they were worthless. I suffer just over £250,000 losses in a short pace of 18 months. So you can imagine what that is all about, to suffer such a setback financially. But you know what? I decided to actually take it up as a challenge to understand what was behind the system of blockchain and cryptocurrency. I paid more money in order to undertake some courses, in order for me to understand what is it all about. My background being an accountant, I decided to take it on as a challenge. Within a year and a half, I learned quite a lot about it. Then I decided to implement the blockchain education to train other people to say, no, this is not a scam. In fact, it is an adventure that can change the whole human race with a press of a button. What technology can bring about, infusion of technology and the thing that we do today, it can really lead to what is called a transformation. Hence, I decided to embark in training other people in different parts of the globe, in London, in Dubai, Oman, Russia, the different part of helping other people. That was my story, and that's the book. Now, the book is ready and able for publication in the next few days. But in the meantime, over the last 3 years, I have helped over 1,000 people in the London and London metropolis, the UK as a whole, in understanding this particular subject that some people find it very daunting. Well, blockchain. They say, what is blockchain? Well, my best definition of blockchain is the one I have borrowed from Mark Butnick, the head of services for INEC. He said, blockchain is not a thing. It is a thing that enables a thing. Wow, that's a mouthful definition. I decided to explore what that really actually means. Yes, blockchain is a facilitator, not just what people have obscured to be a multi-level gimmicks that really siphon some money off your own purse or wallets. No, it is far significantly more than that. It is a system, it is a technology that will change the human race, regardless of wherever we are. And this is what's contained in my book. The challenge I've taken on has actually made it even possible for me to be educated in a very, very different way. Rather than actually having myself, oh, I've lost so much money. I will never go back again. I will never touch that subject anymore in my life. But it now became a podium, a conduit for me to support not just myself, knowing it and applying it in terms of applying the wisdom, but helping others to understand what is it all about. What are some of the content of the book, which is coming out very, very soon? Well, the content is all about the genealogy, the origin of money, how money evolved over time. Amazing. Over the last 5,000 years, we have seen how money has changed form and shape. And what else? Well, there's other typical nuggets within the content of this book that helps you to become a professional trader in the blockchain and understanding what the cryptocurrency is all about. This infused technology, how it's going to benefit the human race, is what is called the fourth industrial evolution that is going to transform the world. So setbacks should not and would not. Teaching people on money matters, including the blockchain, how you can save, how you can make, and how you can optimize your financial position. This is what the book is all about. Now, this has also led me to something which is more fundamental. And the other question I need to ask you is this: have you found your purpose in life? I have found mine. How and what exactly is it? Well, I'll tell you a story, and this story is very intriguing. This is about my own son. He fell ill 16th of November, 2011. And I had to call the ambulance, rush him to a nearby hospital in Kent. And we went to Queen Elizabeth. Guess how long we were waiting for the doctor to come and attend to my son? 10 plus 1, 11 hours waiting. It's another setback. I was saying to myself, as my son was going through excruciating pain, the heartache as a father at that point in time, I didn't know what to expect, what was going to happen to him. I kept on going to the nurses at the reception desk. They said to me, wait for your turn. And other 150s of people in the waiting lounge. Should I hunker down and allow the problem to have me overwhelmed? Well, that was a choice I had. But should I do things differently? At that moment in time, I was thinking that this is not right. In a world where we live with technology, things like this should not happen. Something had to be done about it. So as an entrepreneur, I then remove the heart of agony, complaining, and put on the heart of entrepreneurship. That's the little boy. Can you see how he looks like his dad? The most handsome boy on the planet. He's now 16 and doing well, and he wants to do medical robotic based on this particular experience. Can you imagine? This is what I have aspired him to do. But bringing the story into a climax of what actually happened on that particular night, when I got home, I started doing some research, creating the possibility, the opportunity of creating a system whereby no parent will have to suffer and go through exactly the same thing that I've been through, of suffering with my son in the lounge of the accident and emergency in London, and in fact, for any part of the globe. I need to search for answers. I went to speak to some of my doctor friends and IT professional. I traveled to Moscow, Poland, India, China, America. And guess what I received? Oh no, it cannot be done because it's a closed community of medical field. So I would determine, I said, okay, I need to be able to bring about a platform that will enable a patient to connect with a doctor or other medical professional any time of the day, anywhere in the world, and they should receive medical dispensation at the press of a button, made that possible with the aid of the new technology. Only one IT professional from India and a doctor from China that really, you just needed that spark. Somebody say, that's a good idea. Game on. We started exploring and devising, bringing about all the different permutations. Today, I am very, very pleased to tell you that we have come up with a solution whereby any patient from any part of the globe will be able to have accessibility to medical dispensation. It doesn't matter whether you are a medically advanced nation like England or any medical impoverished country around the globe. It will not make any difference. But this is one thing that I still are very, very intriguing. Even in England, back in 2020, there was a report by the Times that 11.3 million people were waiting for their medical attention, just consultation with their doctors. So do not think far about South America or Africa being, country whereby medical dispensation, even in this country, this is the prior the COVID period, 11.3 million people. So the aim is this, the agenda is apparent, that MediLife app should be able to solve 10% of that medical condition. MediLife Health and Wellbeing Therapy is a true demonstration where technology enabling proximity, this is what it's designed for. This condition, this particular project, not only going to support people from England, but it will support people from Moscow, people from Israel, people from Ghana, people from Kenya. In fact, all over the world. This is now my crusade. This is now my mission to teach and educate other people to see exactly what is happening. And this also is contained in my upcoming book. The link with this and the blockchain is fundamental. With the aid of blockchain and technology, medical dispensation have been brought within the grasp of every single human on the planet. No one will be excluded. This is what is called medical inclusion. And today we run regular training program, education, every Thursday, England time, 7 to 9:30 p.m., where people can come on the MediLife Wellbeing platform, where they get educated and receive information in terms of their health and other medical conditions. All of these brought about by who? by the experience I've gone through with my own son. Have you found your purpose? Have you been able to support other people who are disadvantaged? Well, remember what this platform is all about. This platform said speakers are leaders. Do you want to know what the definition of a leader? It's a powerful one. A leader is he or she is able to support others, provide for others what they cannot provide for themselves. That's what leaders do. And that's what Lily and the whole team are doing for all of us, providing the opportunities and the possibility for us to triumph and to support other people by means of our voice communication, by written books, by magnifying all our opportunities on the pages of Facebook and other social media. Yes, we have helped thousands to understand what blockchain and cryptocurrency is all about, how they can optimize their financial positions. But more fundamentally and more importantly, my experiences have not only inspired doctors, professionals, students, young and old, but it's also bringing enormous amount of benefit to the whole human race. Yes, truly indeed, I have found my purpose. MediLife is what I will continue to explore and bring benefit to the whole human race using the blockchain technology to do so. Yes, education in blockchain and crypto is close to my heart in order to empower people financially. Are you available to avail yourself to this? Good day.
A sunny day, but it's cold outside. It tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm off for a good start. I hear the jingle bells.
What an amazing speech from Sunny Ahonsi, who is bringing this amazing app, MediLives app, that will transform the lives of potentially millions of people who will, because of him, have access to 24/7 doctors from anywhere in the world. It sounds like a utopia, but one day this is going to come true, and it's such an amazing project that is going to make such a big difference to potentially millions of people. And that is why Speakers Are Leaders totally supports Sunny Ahonsi and his MediLives app. So thank you for that amazing speech, and I will hand over to Harry Sardinas.
Thank you so much for our second speaker, Sonny. The amazing book that is about to get out is a comprehensive manual, lot of instructions about blockchain, about technology that every single one should read. It's a very, very well written book by prepared by this academic with Sonny Ahonsi, which he has more than 20 years in the training industry. So thank you so much, Sonny, for your kind words. As we always said, leader attract leaders. And this platform, we are very happy to have you, and we're very happy that you're sharing this powerful message, because there are different ways in order to healthcare can be handled. And maybe a year ago, Sony was approaching to me and Lily, look, I have this app, MediLife technology, put doctors together with science, and people doesn't have to wait. And all of a sudden, but before we are like, oh my God, is it crazy? What kind of idea? So before it looks like a crazy idea, 1 year down the line, the world is experiencing something, a major virus crisis. And if we had the technology that Sony is working on right now ready, loads on loads of lost life could be literally saved. So his product is not only we make a major um, contribution to the mankind and to the healthcare system not only in UK but all over the world. But apart from that, is a pro is a way to save thousands and thousands and thousands of lives around the world. And Sony Ahonsi has made this mission to go for it, break all the wall, break all the naysayers, all the people that think that he's crazy, that this is not possible, that this is impossible to achieve. So letting all this way out and moving forward with this huge project. It's a project huge. Every time that Sony share with me about this project, it becomes bigger and bigger. So it's a mega project, right? With a lot of doctors, developers, software. So it's a big thing. And we are very happy, Sony, that you're moving this mega project forward and you have all our support. Okay, so now we are going to bring our third speaker, finally a woman. A woman coming to the stage finally. Like yesterday we were saying, well, there are too many men, this and that. Well, so now we have women coming to the stage, and this one, like I said, she's had write no one book. One book was not enough, so she decided to do two books, right? So she's part of the Brand for Speakers program, book writing program with Lily, same like Sunny. And so I will allow Lily to welcome to the stage our next speaker for tonight.
A couple of years ago, I met this incredible woman. She had this amazing magical energy, charisma, enthusiasm. And when I met her, I knew that there would be something really huge that she would get to do, because pretty much all the authors I have worked with who have not even completed their books, but the people who have even started their books, have really expanded, have grown so much, and have achieved potentially so much more than they imagined. And Teuta was no different. And I have to say that a couple of years later, I am so proud of Teuta because she has achieved so many things. First of all, her book is published, her first book, Born to Stand Out, Not to Fit In. And this is something that she does on a daily basis. She stands out everywhere she goes. She speaks worldwide. She was invited to speak at the same events as the ex-president of Albania. She was invited to do speeches and online courses about positive parenting at the Universal Peace Federation. And she received so many awards. And we also invited her to speak in London at so many different events. And so many other people have invited her to speak in so many different places. So what's really exciting about Teuta is that she has this passion, this drive, this excitement, and an amazing story. And it's so amazing, it's so engaging that you just want to hear and absorb every single word. And what's exciting about Teuta is that it's like I always say, the first time you write your first book, you realize you have 10 more books in you. And I think Teuta is in this path of, probably writing like Richard Branson or Brian Tracy, like hundreds of books. And that's because when you are a creative person like she is, you come up with more and more content, because this is a content that you've digested, consumed over the years. You kind of she's now creating. So I am 100% sure, but in no time, that she will have at least 10 books. And for the moment, she is about to complete her second book, which is called Family Legacy of Love. Now, we all know that parenting can be hard. And in fact, not just hard, it can be dreadful if you don't know how to look after your children. And if you have any children, you may be one of two parents. Oh, well, actually three. You could be the kind of parents who are just coping, right? You want to pull your hair sometimes, you don't know what to do, you bribe your children just to go out and go to the park. And maybe you have this dream children, the ones that kind of go to bed on time and never yell, and they are very nice and they don't swear. And, you know, that's the kind of the dream children that we all desire. And then perhaps you're the kind of parent who is kind of just okay, right? Just coping with it, not too bad, not too good, right? But what if there was a way in which you two, if you are the kind of parent who is struggling and just about coping, and what if there was a way for you two to find some incredible techniques and strategies that you can apply in as little as 5 minutes that would enable you to get your life back? Because especially if you're a single parent, even if you're not a single parent, doesn't matter. If you have at least one child, we all know how difficult it can be, but it can also be a dream come true. And you really can raise the kind of children you've always wanted to have, and you can have that relationship you've always wanted to have with your children if you know how to do it. And Teuta has the key. She has the knowledge for how to do it. She's been studying for many years about it, and she's applied on her own children, and she has angelic children who are very successful, and they're doing very well and listening, which is absolutely magnificent. And I know I used to work as a nanny before for many years, and I love children, but I can tell you that sometimes it can be so hard. So I am so looking forward to hear from Teuta, who is going to definitely delight you with her speech, her brand, and her looks. She's an incredibly beautiful woman. And I have to say that if we didn't organize the Speakers are Leaders Motivational Speaking Contest, we would have to also organize Miss Speakers are Leaders Man and also women, because we have such outstanding women and men participating. We just have to do the Miss contest. So let's give a big round of applause for an amazing woman, speaker, international speaker, who has had such an amazing success with positive parenting. She's a transformational coach and a positive parenting coach as well. She will delight you, she will inspire you, she will motivate you, and potentially make you cry as well. So hold on tight. Let's give a big round of applause to Teuta Avdyli.
Thank you, and hi everyone, and welcome. I am honored and privileged to be standing before you, amazing people, but of exploring how to become better when we are together. I would like to thank the promoters of this event, Harry Sardinas and Lily Patrascu, but also the production team. Parents, how many of you feel lost, pulling your hair in despair, gnashing your teeth, thinking that you failed as a parent? Crying in silence and examining every parental decision you ever made. I know how you feel because I am a mother too. Parents, How many of you are tired of screaming, yelling, and raising your voice? You start off by asking nicely, hoping to regain peace in your homes. But yet again, you end up exploding. And all you want is to succumb this dreadful cycle. I know how you feel because I used to yell too. Parents, how many of you teach your children to be safe and sensible online, whereas they're thinking how to fit in, comparing themselves, peer pressure, which makes them super impulsive and oftentimes to destructive behavior? Mothers, fathers, how many of you feel that you are fighting lost battle? The people that you love the most, which are your children, they won't listen or communicate with you. The more you try, the worse it becomes. You think that you are strangers in your own homes. My name is Teuta Avdyli. I am a bestseller author book, Born to Stand Out, an upcoming soon book, Family Legacy of Love. I am a transformation and parenting coach. My approach is very simple: educate, inspire, and support. I deliver coaching, training, workshops, like in a big organization like Universal Peace Federation and Successful Mothers platform. My work has been featured to different TV channels, newspapers, magazines, tabloids, all internationally. I am very passionate what I do. And for this reason, I am so excited to share with you my amazing subsystem, which is called Animal Parenting System, which is in my book, Family Legacy of Love. I know that many academics and proliferation experts have written and talked about it. However, I designed in a way that is fun, creative, and easy for parents to follow. Let us discover each one of them. The first animal parenting style is called giraffe parenting. Our parents who hover over the children. They think they own the children. They are in control of the children, or even above the children. The second one is penguin parenting. Our parents, just like a penguin that stumbles, loses their equilibrium, but yet again, they know how to manage and ground themselves, just like in a penguin body that is firm yet flexible. The third one is octopus parenting. Our parents that they don't have any boundaries for their children, just like an octopus that is soft, jelly, boneless, with 6 arms and 2 legs, overprotect and indulging the children to the point of spoiling them. The fourth one is cat parenting. Our parents that are involved in children's life, they don't show any affection to the point of neglecting them. I know this as a cat owner myself. The fifth one is dove parenting. Our parents that teach their children God's principles, just like a dove that represents God's spirit, love, peace, unity, and harmony. Unfortunately, dove parenting is what many people's families are missing. Now, perhaps you fell to one category of animal parenting style, or maybe in a blend of categories. However, if you own parenting style and doesn't work, then it's never too late to change what is best for you and your child. Now that we know 5 animals parenting style, however, the backbone of raising successful children is to teach them values like honesty, integrity, and humility. Allow me to share you a story about me when I was 8 years old. I was a kind of girl that was confident, always loved helping others, but also I always loved to stand out in everything that I did. My dad used to play accordion musical instrument, and he used to take me with him in every wedding, engagement ceremonies for as long as I remember, since I was a young girl. I used to sing and dance in front of everyone who was clapping and cheering for me. I didn't have any stage fright. All I wanted is to make my dad proud. Back on those days, we used to do chores, cleaning, tidying, even washing our clothes with our tiny hands. There was one specific thing in our homes that my mom warned us not to touch it as it's too fragile. It was an ornament vase with beautiful handmade clay, beautiful rainbow colors. It was my mom's favorite vase. But one day I decided to clean it myself. I took it in my small hands and I was closely admiring its beautiful, exquisite rain colors when crash! It slipped from my hands and in a second, it broken in 2 million pieces. Immediately, I imagined my mom's face filled with anger and frustration. I was terrified, scared, disappointed, and in fear that she would punish me hard. What shall I say? Shall I hide the truth and pretend that wasn't me and blame my siblings? Or tell the truth and take the brunt for the consequences for not listening to my mom's instruction? And I knew that was in a big trouble and was absolutely 100% my fault. Millions of thoughts were bombarding my little mind. I knew what time she would come home, 12 p.m. in midday. I was already waiting outside for her. My mom had her own way of greeting us when she would come home. She would sing, "Where is my mom's heart? Where is my mom's love?" Which absolutely I loved it. But today I was not gonna have any of this. Here she's coming. From the far distance, she understood that something not right, and she did. Like with the tears rolling down on my face, I said, "Mom, I've done something wrong. Please forgive me and don't punish me." With a worry, she said, "What is it?" I said everything. She went on the top of the stairs and sat at the landing space and said to me with her mellifluous voice, "Come here and sit here." And she tapped on her lap. To my surprise, she said, "Yes, indeed. I love that vase and was very sentimental to me. But I'm not going to scold you or punish you. Do you know why? Because you didn't hide the truth, and that matters to me." She hugged me and gave me her precious things. I never have forgotten at that moment. It has been embedded. It was so profound until this day. That lesson established in me that always to tell the truth, no matter the situation. And without the fear of punishment and judgment, but also teaching your children to tell the truth. It establishes in them the personal responsibility, trust, and care. Teach your children to avoid white lies. No matter how cute they might sound, a lie is a lie. But also, it's very confusing for a child if they see you lie and punishing them when they do it. Your child will watch you. Your child will learn from you, and subconsciously, they will follow you. Now, I pass this value to my children, a very important character trait to raise powerful leaders. But also, in order to raise leaders of tomorrow, we have to tackle a very important issue that our families and our children are facing today: technology balance. Do you know that 92% of a 2-year-old child knows how to play video games just because what the parents put in front of their precious ones to keep them entertained and quiet? Neuroscience studies are showing that children that spend more and more time on the technology are showing reading deficit, lack of concentration, even after 2 pages of reading a book. Also, they're falling behind the motor milestones. Allow me to share you a story about my friend Sarah. Sarah is a lovely woman, a dedicated mother, but also quite permissive, meaning that she gets quite bribed quite easily by her children's demands. Sarah said that something happened to 10-year-old daughter Sky. Sky is a confident, talkative, full of energy with the blue eyes and long brown hair. In the beginning of the lockdowns, Sarah said, we gave Sky a telephone so she will not be bored. After a while, she was showing some sign of withdrawal, becoming sensitive and miserable. We thought perhaps she's missing her friends in school. But the months were passing by, she was becoming more and more restless, irritated, crying at night, and even pinching herself. School started and Sky didn't show any sign of excitement. And she missed quite a few days of school. She would wake up in the morning and say, Mommy, I have a tummy ache. Which I believed and I kept her home, Sarah said. Then, after that, she said, what's happened, Mom? Then, and after that, she went, one day she was in front of mirror and she loved her hair in a plaits. But that day she screamed, covering her face and said, I hate my hair and I hate my face. I asked, what, why are you saying this, honey? And fuming in anger, she said, don't ask me, I'll tell you, leave me alone. I was very worried. After she left for school, I went through all her phone activities. And what I found out was shocking. Threatening messages, bullying messages. Painful, isn't it? Sarah blames herself for not supervising her daughter's phone activities. Sky's phones were confiscated, and I am behind Sarah to build trust and effective communication with her daughter, also helping Sky to build her confidence and to recover from her damaging experience. My point is, we live in digital tsunami. Social media is damaging our children. Our danger is not outside anymore, but outside, inside, in our comfort home. Our children are growing in TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook world with not any filter on it. We have age restriction for gambling, alcohol, and smoking, but no age restriction of social media through fault of not their own. Harvard University study has shown that in order to raise happy and successful children, there must be two elements present: love and good work ethic. The greatest thing that could lead to your children is not money, buying the latest gadget, or even wealth of material things, but teaching them tasks such as tidying their own room, sweeping the floor, emptying their bin, and doing their own laundry, which makes them to understand their own contribution in order to succeed in their adult life. As the old saying says, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Parents, everyone, we have a great calling to help this amazing generation to find balance between life and technology life, and not be consumed by it, because quite frankly, this is the best and the right thing to do. I am confident because the future looks bright, despite the fact the world looks messed up. I am confident the future looks bright for one reason, that our children will be our future. They will grow up and they will be our future. Our children are like diamonds. Their potential is inherent, but they need to be polished with care, attention, and the right education in order to impart this luster, breathtaking color, shine, sparkle, worth, and value. When it comes to our children, the price can be too high. We have to do the the best that we can. Let us wake up from the deep sleep and collectively say, no more, it is enough. And let us be the game changers for the sake of our precious one. Let us keep polishing. Thank you very much.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
I only have one question for you. What kind of parent are you going to be if you're planning to have children or you already have children after hearing Teuta's speech? Teuta's speech was really absolutely magnificent, the best I have ever heard.
Can you repeat it again, please? I didn't listen, I didn't.
Yes, so I said that your speech was absolutely magnificent and I loved it because you were so empowering, so inspiring, and the question was, what kind of parent are you going to be? And hopefully you will take some of the techniques and strategies that you have heard from Teuta's speech. And obviously Teuta has a very inspirational story. And you, if you are a parent, or if you're thinking of having children, then consider hiring Teuta to show you some of her strategies and techniques so you too can have amazing dream children. We all want that, right? So let's give a big round of applause to Teuta, the author of the book, Born to Stand Out, Not to Fit In. And she totally stood out tonight. Well done. Big round of applause. And I'll hand over the stage back to Harry Sardinas.
I couldn't hear you, Lily. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear what was your question, but yeah, okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now there is the moment of truth. At the moment as we speak, we are going to start all the voting in Facebook. So if you are watching from your home in Facebook Live, so hundreds of thousands of viewers that are exposed this motivational speaking contest, the second motivational speaking contest, just to share with you that the voting now it is in place, meaning that by now all of you voting in Facebook, you will see the poll. So the poll is gonna have three names. So basically, if all of you been in Facebook Live, if you can see, you will see three bars in Facebook now, in Facebook Live now shortly. So these three bars, you click on top or you go over, maybe it's on the top right of the video itself or at the bottom of the chats. Wherever it is, the three bars, you just need to click these three bars, or maybe you can see the three names already in the video. Either way, look, because as we speak, the poll right now is launched for the public to vote. So if you are at home, and only one question will be asked to you, right? Which is the best motivational speaker? So you can vote for our three participants today that they did amazing. I think that the speech of Teuta was super powerful, same as Will and Sonny. I knew that today is gonna be very, very difficult. The speakers that were high level. And now we need to give space to the judges, right? So the judges are going to share the feedback, what they thought about the speeches today. So first of all, we're going to bring Tia Grant to give us the feedback from the speakers in her opinion. And so get ready for a report for one of the biggest and highest motivational and professional speakers in the planet. So welcome to the stage to give feedback to our speakers today, the amazing, unbelievable, outstanding Tia Grant.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And what an evening. I have to say, I have been riveted and I am so privileged to be here. Let me take my glasses off. I'm reflecting at myself. Yes, so as a speaker, I always love to hear other speakers, because the only way that you can become a great speaker is to be a great listener and to be someone who will always pay attention to what others are saying, so that in many ways you can interpret that in your speech later on. The great Les Brown, he always pays attention to what people say. The other day we were talking and he said, he was talking about something and asking my opinion about it. And, you know, for such a great man, he's asking my opinion. I said to him, Les, stop knocking at an open door. And immediately he said, you know what? This is going to be my topic for Facebook tonight. And indeed, he went straight on, and that was his topic, because you can never be too great to be touched by the wisdom of a child, and never be too small to not be touched by the wisdom of a great man. So tonight, going straight to the speakers, because this is what it's about. Will Gerrard. What a touching story. I have to say that first thing I will do is to say, Will, pat yourself on the back that as a man, you have been able to be vulnerable enough. And viewers, you could see that vulnerability in his eyes. There was a time when he did not want to give as much. You could see it in his eyes, but he thought about the viewers, and he thought about what he went through and what he would like them not to go through themselves. And for me, admitting as a man, I'm a lawyer, therefore I know firsthand how much domestic violence there is out there. And this is all inspiring and motivational, but we can also motivate people to actually step up and admit what is happening behind closed doors. And Will did that tonight to great effect, because as a man, he admitted that he was being bullied, controlled by a female. Now, it is easy to admit for the female that there is domestic violence and bullying, but so difficult for men. And it is one of the hidden, and I can tell you as a lawyer, it is one of the hidden crises in many homes. So well done, Will. And one of the things that I thought about as Will was speaking is he spoke about having post-traumatic stress disorder. And then he spoke about how he turned it around. And I thought, for post-traumatic stress disorder, you know me and my mnemonics. Powerful, P is for powerful thoughts create successful delegates. Powerful thoughts create successful delegates. It creates successful people. And a man who can harness post-traumatic stress disorder to help those people out there. You know how many men tonight have had aha moments to say, if he can do it, I can. So thank you, Will, for that. Thank you for your vulnerability. I then move on to Dr. Sunny Ahonsi. an accountant, author, trader, innovator, inventor, and the owner of, I would say, tonight's best logo. So well done, Doctor. And one thing that came to me when Dr. Crypto was talking is that you can also learn to unblock all of your limiting beliefs about blockchain and learn to uplift your life. And that life that you have, if it is ever threatened, you know that Dr. Crypto will facilitate through MediLives your healing and your cure. It's a wonderful thing to be so multi-talented, multifaceted. But one thing I would like you viewers to know is that the doctor is not unique, because you are as unique. And that was one of the main things that he was telling you tonight. You too can become successful at blockchain. You too can have an experience, hopefully not, but God forbid it should happen to you, where your child is in danger. And when his child was in danger, he didn't shut down. He learned from the experience, and you too can learn from that experience. Many things, they say, happen to a great man of purpose, but for a wonderful man of purpose who wants to be a leader, things don't happen to you, they happen through you. And what happened to him became a catalyst to help so many thousands and perhaps millions in this world. And so well done, Doctor. MediLives is a wonderful, wonderful invention, and we wish you all the best. So Dr. Inclusion, well done. I move to the beautiful, sublime Teuta. And what can I say about a woman who has overcome so much? I have heard her speak before, and she spoke then about her experience of being ill and how terrible that was and how she came back from that. And I remember that, and I was waiting to hear that. I know that one day you will see her on stage internationally and you will hear that story, how she came back. And I am sure that her wonderful children were part of her motivation. And tonight you can see a young woman who she has overcome being beaten down. She has overcome, you know, they say, put baby in the corner. And now you can't put this woman in the corner because she has a voice. She's found her voice. And what I took away from her slides and her presentation is that no matter what type of parent you are, and no matter how good you are, and indeed for someone who's entering pension age, moi, tomorrow, it is still time when you can learn, because if you're a grandma or a glamour, you can still help your grandchildren. You can still help the child down the road by giving a good word. One of the greatest person in my life was my uncle. And one of the best things that he said to me when I was being bullied, never you allow, sorry, I'm voting. I have voted. Never you allow somebody who's calling you a name to see that you are upset. He said to me, when they call you those nasty names, call them the same name back. And you know, I was so shocked the next time they did that, I called them that name back, And they were so upset. They were angry. They said, it's your name. I said, fine, and it's your name too. Next time they stopped calling me that because I just was not upset. The power of a great parent is what she was showing us today. Now, her animal parenting system is nothing short of inspired because it creates so many pictures in your mind. You can't forget the giraffe hovering over children. You can't forget the octopus parent with so many things flying all around and maybe not even paying their children attention. You can't forget the penguin being there, being steady, guiding. I think it was wonderful. And let me just round off by saying, excuse me, I should never take notes when you're speaking. I always tell people I train, don't use notes. But tonight, because I'm doing this, I have to. You know, the story of Sarah is so much a story of many of us nowadays. And I think any kind of assistance, we can't ever be too experienced or too novice to reach out and grab it. So well done, Teuta. She has a dramatic presence, and you look past her beauty to the beauty of her heart. And all of you out there, my dream for you is to join Will, is to join Dr. Sunny, is to join Teuta on these stages all around the world, because your story, like their story, matters. Over to you, Mr. Harry.
And thank you so much, Athian. Words of wisdom for one of the speakers that I most admire in the whole global speaking industry. Athia, thank you so much for your honest feedback. And we are really appreciated. And yes, this is our role as leader, create frameworks so everyone can speak, because your voice matters. So now I'm going to introduce the second member of the judge. Her name is Maria, to share with us her views on the speakers. If you are at home right now, remember, still you have time to vote in our Facebook page. All you need to do is find this broadcasting, and there is somewhere something that says poll, and you from your house can vote. Our judges, most of them are already voted. They are finishing the votation of the judges. So in the meantime, let's hear the feedback from Maria. So welcome to the stage, Maria.
Hello, everybody again. What a wonderful evening. I have genuinely enjoyed the evening in the middle of this lockdown situation. It's been an amazing and motivational evening indeed. Congratulations to all three speakers. They've done a brilliant, brilliant job. They've made it look very easy, but as someone who has also participated in some contests, I can assure you that is by no means an easy task to speak, and in this case to a live Facebook audience. I will start my feedback with the first of the speakers, Will. The first thing I would highlight from Will's speech is the poignant title, The Will to Live. How powerful is that? And how sometimes we use that expression lightly, oh, I've lost the will to live over this issue or that situation. In his case, it was indeed a very impactful story on literally losing the will to live, to the point that he risked his life. Other things I would highlight from Will's speech is the great use of pauses. He used the pauses very in a very skilled way to create to let some of the parts of his speech to settle with us. And also, along with pauses, vocal variety. There were times where he raised his voice to emphasize a point. Let me just remind me which were those. For example, when he's saying, never let anyone control you, or you have to keep fighting. And then equally at some other points, he lowered his voice also to emphasize some of his more dramatic points, such as the inevitable happened. I couldn't pay my rent. So as I said, those 2 points, the great use of pauses and vocal variety, I think added a lot to his speech, along with, as I said, a really, really incredible story of self-motivation and overcoming unbelievable challenges. Another thing that caught my attention is Will's use of the expression limiting beliefs, because it's certainly an expression I use at work as well. When someone, when people try sometimes to box people into profiles or a role or this role or this role, and I usually say, well, those are limiting beliefs. I don't believe in that. I believe in expanding beliefs. I believe in achieving your potential. So I was very pleased that he's built this therapy model around overcoming limiting beliefs. I would like, so overall, yeah, just to summarize how impressed I was with Will's speech, I will borrow Lily's summary of his speech. As he mentioned, I was touched, moved, and inspired, and that's certainly how I felt by Will's speech. And also, of course, I have to mention, like Al did, his bravery to share that personal story. Thank you for your both bravery and generosity to share that with such a wide audience. Next, Sunny. The first thing that caught my attention from Sunny was precisely what I'm seeing now, his background. I think it added a lot to his speech, having the background with this medical app, get access to a doctor. And then, having said that, I was a bit confused when he started his speech with talking about cryptocurrencies and blockchain, and I said, okay, is this about the medical app, or is it about the cryptocurrency, and how are the two connected? But quite soon into the speech, he went to explain the link between the two. I would highlight from Sunny's speech his clear and commanding voice. I think he certainly transmitted confidence in his this medical app he's developed. He started the speech, Sunny started his speech with a personal story, and I think those are the best speeches, those which start with a personal and moving story, to then develop to how he's, from that, how he's moved on to help millions of people across the world with this medical app. What else? Again, let me look at my notes. Another thing that caught my attention from Sunny's speech is his definition of a leader. Someone who does for others what he or she cannot do for himself or herself. And I thought, how true is that? How sometimes leaders encounter a problem, and rather than accepting it as he did, they go on and say, okay, I'm going to find a solution for myself and for others. And that's what makes them leaders, because they just don't accept that challenge that life has thrown at them. Again, to summarize, I think apart from his wonderful delivery skills and wonderful public speaking skills, I found it really original to build his speech around two seemingly unrelated topics, the medical app and cryptocurrency and blockchain. So again, very original that, and overall well done on your speaking skills and your delivery, Sunny. Last but not least, Teuta, passionate speaker. I think I had listened to Teuta before, and she's not lost an inch of her passion, which is very refreshing. And this original animal parenting style. Again, in the current lockdown, homeschooling context, I can only imagine how many parents have said, oh, right, now I get it. This is how I'm parenting my children, and this is what I can do differently. I think it's indeed a very clever model because it's so easy to remember and to identify with that parenting style, and to remove some of the more psychological and theoretical complexity around parenting theory. One thing that we usually recommend in public speaking is the use of pauses, and is paradoxically something that Teuta doesn't do very much. On the contrary, she tends to speak quite fast. I think for Teuta that works because that speed of delivery is like building up to that drama and emotion and the passion with which she delivers her speeches. So as I said, something that it kind of goes against the public speaking theory, so to speak, but something that I feel works for Teuta's delivery style. Another thing, perhaps something I'm not doing very well looking at my notes, but something that I found Teuta did very well is her constant eye contact, which is not easy. It's very easy to forget in when talking, doing a virtual speech. And it's something I think I would highlight from Teuta because she was continuously looking at the camera and therefore at us. So to summarize, all three great speeches, very, very, very difficult for us to choose one over another. So whatever the result, rest assured that it will be very, very close, because I think all three of you have done an amazing job in delivering your speeches and, as I said, in motivating all of us. So thank you very much. And thank you also to Harry and Lily for putting together this very enjoyable Friday night. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Maria. That was amazing feedback. And I just have to tell you something. The voting is really, really tight at the moment. We don't know who's gonna win, but our team is telling us that is very, very tight, the situation as we speak right now. So if you are at home, definitely your vote will decide the winner, because the things are very, very, very at the moment. So we haven't closed the poll in the Facebook for all of you that you are at home. The judges all already made the vote, so we do have the result of the judges with us. And we can tell you something, at the moment, things are really, really, really tight. So, very tight. We don't know what's going to happen, because the real result will come when we close the voting for the public, and the voting for the public will be closed after the last judge gave the feedback, right? So this is the situation at the moment. It's really, really tight. So I'm biting my nails. We don't know what is gonna win. My team is telling me, Harry, this is what can we do. It's tight. And I said, well, if it's tight, people need to keep voting. So that's how this is going to happen. So at the moment, the things are very tight. So if you are at home and you watch a motivational speaker, just vote for the best motivational speaker, because today, this evening, is going to be you at home who are going to make the difference about the winner today. Definitely it's going to be at home. So saying that, let's bring the next feedback for our next judge. And it's going to be someone that is actually in the same industry that Teuta. He's in the parenting coach, and he's a graduate from Speakers and Leaders. So it's an honor for us to have you here, Sebastian. So welcome to the stage to give your feedback to the speakers.
Thank you so much. Okay, all three speeches were absolutely amazing. So let me start from the first speaker, from Will. So Will, I have heard you speaking before. I had the pleasure to meet you in person in London, and and I heard your speech before. And I have to tell you, I was not bored at all. It's quite contrary. You have added new elements, and also even the story that I heard before, you said it a bit. You changed it slightly because this is the different event, and also some time passed. So I understand that other things, you may think other elements might be more important now. And I could feel it that, you have developed as a speaker, and this is absolutely amazing. So you've been very genuine, and you showed that what many people can relate, I can relate, that there are no shortcuts. If you are in a very challenging situation, it's not that over one night you will change it. No, it takes time. Sometimes challenges repeat, and then you raise from the challenges. And this is what you gave this, you are a walking proof evidence of it. So that was really great. And your goal is really great to help people. You were where you were, and now you want to help people who are in the same situation that you used to be, or similar situation. You are very natural, brave, and also what I really liked is your system that you showed, that is very simple, and you are very honest with everyone, that you base your system also on science, for example, on NLP. So it's really great to show that where you are coming from as a professional, and you showed yourself as a professional, yourself as a person who with experience, very difficult experience, but then turned it to become a professional, a counselor, and help others. So absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Sunny, another great speech. Thank you very much. I have to very, very genuine. Also, you were also very interactive. You were trying to interact with audience, despite the fact that we are we are not we don't see each other in person. But you're asking questions, prompting people to put hands up. And this is what I did a few times because I felt as if I was sitting at the same table with you. So that was really great. So you took this barrier of the screen down. I liked your personal stories, your challenges. One that was a parenting story, really, about how much you suffered as a parent, looking at the suffering of your child. That was very important. And also one you said, I think it was about investment. And what I really liked that you are also, you showed people, you're showing people that, well, you can make so-called mistakes, but actually you can look at it as mistakes, but you can also look at it as big lessons. And you took not only one lesson, but then you invested in taking other lessons. And if I remember well, it took you a year and a half to say, yes, now I understand what the blockchain is and how I can use it. So absolutely fantastic. And to say, yes, I absolutely love the idea. It's really great. And and is to grant access to medical care to absolutely anyone all over the globe. And also, what I really like that you talk, the topic is blockchain, something new. You decided not cryptocurrencies, apps. These are new topics, and many people, there are many voices when something is new. Many people say, no, it's something new. I'm not going to play with this. I'm going to observe first. But no, you decided to be like a pioneer and started. You took a lead on it, so that's great. And you started to use a new technology. That's great. Thank you, Teuta. Another great speech, and I have to say that it's not about all the three feedbacks I'm giving to you. I'm feeling like I'm a school teacher, so I'm feeling like marking my pupils or students' work. And the best way is the most rewarding is when you mark work of when you can, tick that so many skills your students or your pupils achieved. And this is how I'm feeling right now. I'm very uplifted that, I can tick so many skills in your speeches. Now, so Teuta, yes, I do really resonate with what you said, because I'm a parent myself. I'm a parental coach and I'm a teacher. So on an everyday basis, I do work with parents, but also with my own. I deal with my own children, both of them teenagers. So you've been very genuine. You have provided us with some personal stories. So it's really great. Your own story, but also a story of, I don't know whether it was your friend or a client, also another good story. Your system of comparing different parenting styles to animals is really great. And also I had a feeling, I just felt that you were not judgmental, because, and this is very important because many parents, as you know, many parents really blame themselves for failures, but they blame themselves because they don't often, and you said that we don't often know how to manage different situations because we are not taught it. And also, I really like the fact that you made some references to a university research, and actually you touched the issues not only important for parents, but I'm important for everyone, because even if you are not a parent, you are a child and you have or you had parents. And I believe that until you don't understand what the parents are going through, it's very difficult to repair, to fix relationships with your own parents. So I think that whatever you said today, it's also a value for adults who used to be children. So it's a really great speech as well. So thank you very much. We're Sunny and Teuta. I have to say that I had a very difficult choice to make. And thank you, Harry and Lily, for inviting me to be a judge again in this amazing event. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sebastian. Like I said, words of wisdom for an educator himself that every single day is out there providing education to the world. So it's a pleasure to have you here, and thank you so much for your feedback. Yes, it's the second time that Sebastian, Maria, some of you have joined the for the second time the motivational speaking contest panel of judges. So Lily and I, we're very, very grateful, and we're looking forward to see you back, all of you, in our next motivational speaking contest that is going to take place in the next quarter. So thank you so much for your feedback. And now we're going to bring Patricia, our next judge, that is going to give us the feedback about what she thought about the speeches. And after, we're gonna close with Juliet. If you are at home, still you have time to vote and to decide to make the decision maker, because today is you who's going to decide who's winning, because the things are tight. I'm not touching my phone anymore, but I know that it's tight, very tight at the moment. So it's you at home who's going to decide who's going to be basically the winner today. As Sebastian said, the judges has a very, very tough call today to make, and things are very tight, right? So Patricia, so welcome to the stage. You are at home, still you have time. After Patricia, Juliet is gonna close, and after Juliet close their opinion, this is it. We closing the polls, and that's it. No more votes. So Patricia, welcome to the stage, and still you are at home. You still have time to vote. So welcome to the stage, Patricia.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure to hear you all. You have mastered it. I'm surprised because you have done it very well. So congratulations to three of you. And if I'm going to start one of from you, I will start with Will. You are very passionate. I have been hearing you all the time. You have been telling your story. You know how to transmit how you were feeling all the time. Your voice was very well used. Also, your the way you have articulate how you have take out your glasses, how you have put them back again. Everything was very well done. You transmit hope all the time, so that was your message. No matter what happened, you need to have hope. So that's what's very good. You inspire others, and you were very calm, explaining the worst part of your life, of your experience. You were very kind and slow explaining every step of your life. So it was very well structured in that matter. So that was very good. My word for you is that you were very well prepared, and that you have overcome so many things, but you inspire so much. So congratulations on that. For Sunny, we need to change your name for the Sunshine, because you have done something very well, and is that you have find a solution for many parents. So what else you can do on life? You were in control all the time. You're a professor, you know how to speak in public, you know how to structure your speech. So it was amazingly well done. You have controlled your breath, your peace. You have not shocking to see that countdown, and you were completely in your piece explaining, doing that amazing closing. So that was amazing. Well done. And then for Teuta, you were very confident. I like the way you have used your hands, your face. You were very expressive. You have done a very well done introduction. I like it so much. And I like how you have reinvented yourself. I know that you have done very different speeches, and this new speech that you are talking about parenting is very good. I wish you all the best on this new path that you are choosing. I know how hard it is for parents to be in control what the kids are doing online. Until not so long ago, the low COPA was not on YouTube. We think that sometimes we say, okay, we are controlling what our kids are doing. They are watching, for example, YouTube Kids, but you don't know what it is. It's our responsibility to teach our kids that once you have uploaded something online, even if you delete it, it's still there. So you need to be very careful what you are doing, and that you need to somehow shield yourself about other people's, because everyone, as soon as you upload something, is going to be able to comment, and not everyone is going to be nice. So I hope you have a very well speech on that. I know it's a hard job to train parents and kids on that, and I wish you all the best. So congratulations once more. The three of you have done it very well. Thank you.
Now to close the night, the powerful, the strong, the powerful broadcaster, fellow broadcaster, TV presenter, African Wonder Woman, a great motivational speaker, a very powerful speaker, is going to close the night today with a lot of power. And after Juliet give her wonderful feedback, we are going to close the polls at home. Still, you have time to define who's gonna be the winner this evening. So, Juliet, welcome to the stage.
Bueno, sí. Camina. Rico, rico, rico.
Absolutely here tonight. It's absolutely a wonderful evening. And I'm absolutely delighted one more time to Harry, Sardina, and of course, lovely Lily here tonight. I just love Lily Patrascu. And you know, you won't inviting us here in the house every time we come on board. It's always an amazing night. The second night here tonight, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joining you as one of the judges, you know, and to be seated here with judges, all Grant, who is always bringing one of the most powerful judges in the whole world list. We are there tonight, Maria, Patricia, Sebastian, and of course, Kopansky. I'm absolutely delighted here to be able to share my love and warmth here tonight. And I'll start off with Will Gerrard, who asked us, you know, how do you find the will to live? What a special question here tonight. I felt that you were excellent in just knowing your subject very so well. You had a very beautiful, excellent, magical piece to telling your story here tonight. Beautiful poses, and I'm sure that one of the judges has spoken about your poses here tonight. Maria explained that very well. You had beautiful eye contact here tonight, and you were able to bring us right to your world and what was happening in your world. I felt a sense of belonging into your world here tonight. And I felt a sense of saying that it is stop domestic violence, and that can happen to a woman or a man. Thank you for sharing your special story in a very special way. Your story was very thoughtful here today, and it brings us to a real world and what really happens to our world today. I believe that we have to keep fighting, and thanks for reminding the world that we have to keep fighting. Back to Dr. Sunny here tonight. And I tell you what, he was well composed, well confident, and as usual, you know, I just felt the sense of like he's the blockchain expert here in the room. I just was like, I always hear, what is all this blockchain and, you know, cryptocurrency? And thank you so much, Dr. Sunny. We were able to gather that you know your subject very well here tonight. You were able to connect to the audience and, of course, create this opportunity for many, many people. And, of course, you explained to us this is a world-changing blockchain and opportunity for the world here tonight. Your slides and presentation was absolutely marvelous. And I could see that effort had gone into it. Great sector. I always learn from Dr. Sunny as well. And of course, I was able to discover that technology is at hand for all of us to use. Thank you so much for the words that you used here today, to telling us to teach and educate others as a people. I love that. You're always bringing something special. And of course, you brought us in the Métis lives. And within that, you explained that because of your son, you were able to translate and change the world. We appreciate you, Dr. Sunny. And thank you so much for the love that you bring. And to get a doctor right in that second, I felt the love in that room. And finally, I bring you to the author of Born to Stand Out, Teuta, Avdyli. Passionate was in the room. How warmth, her touch. The tone of voice was beautifully put out here tonight. How you tell your story was very, very touching. You know, you connected to the audience. You were able to put down the reason why you wrote your story. And of course, you were able to tell us, always tell the truth. The story of your mom touched my heart here tonight. And the way you shared that beautiful story about how you thought you were gonna get punishment. And then when your mom came, the warmth that you got in that room, and you tell that story beautifully. I believe that this book that you shared here tonight, also the new book, is going to be a great seller. With warmth and love, remember, you're all winners. There is no losers. For you to get this far, you know that you have always, there's always one person to just take the cup for that night. And I tell you what, it is a beautiful night here today, and you're all blessed, and you blessed us here tonight. Great traffic here tonight, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here tonight. Thank you for having me as your judge. Back to you, Harry Sardinas. Thank you.
So much, Juliet, with this powerful voice, powerful speaker, African Wonder Woman in the house, ladies.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, a fellow broadcaster, right? And she has a very powerful show, very popular in Facebook with lots and lots of followers. So thank you so much, Juliet, for the smile, the energy, and the color that you bring to this contest. It's an honor for us to have you here as one of the judges. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to close the polls right now. So, our team, please close the polls. meaning that from now on, if you vote from your house, it is not valid, right? So we are closing the poll for the judges is already closed. The poll for the public is getting close right now. So from now on, the public cannot vote anymore. I don't want to touch my phone. I don't want to know what's going on. So I'm going to pass the stage to Lily, where Lily is going to share with you a small story to give time our team to calculate the result. As I said before, it's really tight, so our team have to double check all the numbers of the result that we have from judges as well from the public, and will be displayed to you shortly. So Lily, if you can share a story for 2-3 minutes so our team can finish to calculate the final results for today. Remember what Julia said is really, really powerful. The real winner is you for participating here. The real winner is you to share your voice and share your message with the world. Yes? The number, it doesn't mean anything. What it means is that you stood up for your message. You stood up for what you believe. You overcome the fear of public speaking, and your message can change and transform the life of someone anywhere. Now this broadcast is globally broadcast, so you don't know if you can change the life of someone in Africa, in South America, anywhere in the world, just by your message, your speech. And never forget, as a speaker, this is what is really, really important. I think I can share with you, like some of the speakers, that when we started out, it was not like that. Sometimes when my first international speech in Singapore, when we arrived, it was 4 people. 4 people. It was more people from the team that actually public, right? This is how we start our first event in Singapore, and today we do several events in Singapore, and we have over 200 people there. But it didn't start like that. It was literally our first time, 4 people in the audience, right? So the whole point of the story is that it doesn't matter the number. What it matters is how powerful and how strong you're willing to share your message with the world. So Lily, I'm going to pass to you 2-3 minutes so our team can finish the calculation, and then we are going to display the winner. So back to Lily. Welcome to the stage.
Bueno, sí. Camina. Rico, rico, rico.
So, having seen all these amazing speakers, I have only one question for you. What kind of person are you going to be now that you have seen and heard the speech of Will? What kind of parent are you going to be now that you have heard Teuta's speech? And how are your finances going to be now that you have heard Sunny's speech? And are you going to be one of those people who is going to use Sunny's app as well? So we do hope that you have been inspired, motivated, and now we know that millions of people right now are struggling with stress, with mental health, with staying indoors for so long. And if you are one of those people, and I know exactly how that feels, because for me as well, you know, I'm a very active person, and staying indoors for quite a long time can be very, very hard, not going out for parties and dancing and everything. And if you are suffering in any way, I really, really hope that you will find some encouragement, some hope, some inspiration in the speech of Will. And hopefully you will also join Sunny's many workshops that he delivers every single day about the power of cryptocurrency, and also the power of cryptocurrency in blockchain, and how you too can leverage it in order to become financially free. And also if you can leverage the MediLives app in order to have better access and faster access to a doctor. And with Teuta, I know that millions of parents are struggling right now because they're at home with the children. They're having to have all these meetings and, you know, do everything whilst the children are at home, and it's a big struggle. It can be a huge struggle. And if you're one of those parents, I encourage you to purchase Teuta's book when it's available. It's going to be very, very soon available in the next few days. And the really cool thing is that it's packed with so many 5-minute strategies anyone can apply to dramatically change your parenting style. And don't forget to have a lot of fun. This is why I'm wearing this, to remind you to have a lot, and I really mean a lot of fun. Even if you're indoors, there is absolutely nothing stopping you from having a bit of a giggle in the background. Remember that.
Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you so much, Lily. And we do have the result right now. We have the result. Thank you so much, all the judges, all the contestants for participating today. So our team, when it's ready, please display the results. And thank you so much, everyone. So we are about to display the result. Drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls. Who's the winner? Who's the winner? What is? I don't see it. I see me.
Dance with you, everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just want to make you smile.
Bar are the judges. So as you can see, the judges' favorite, it was the second speaker, right? But the public, which is the blue bar, decided the winner today. And so, okay, Brock, thank you so much. Bring me back. So even regardless, the judges didn't decide for Teuta to win today. The public went to Facebook and say, we believe that Teuta can win. So as a public speaker, remember, there is technicalities, but there is also an audience. That's why we do this 50-50%. There is technicality, but also the audience have a say, because at the end of the day, our job as a speaker is to serve you as an audience. So like I said today, thank you so much. For all the participants, I'm going to give a minute talk for each speaker to say a few words, especially Teuta, if she appears, because I don't see her. So Teuta, congratulations. We're very happy. Yes, I had to tell you that you had to sweat a lot to win today. It was not, it was really tight, so it was little. So thank you so much, Teuta, and welcome to the stage. Teuta, open your microphone because we cannot hear you.
Okay, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone out there, the public, my friends that supported me always have, and I would like to thank the judges for all the very valuable and comments that they did, and Harry, Lily for this amazing event. This is that it shows, and it's not about the winning, because every time that I get something in my hands, always reminds me to do more. And that is my journey, and I will enjoy every step of it. And I am very passionate about transforming and advocate for children, and I'll do my best. And thank you ever so much. My deepest gratitude to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, so Will, share with us a few words. It was amazing, your speech. You're very proud, the powerful speech that you delivered today. So if you can share a few words with us.
Yeah, first and foremost, well done, Teuta. Very well done. And to Sunny too.
Thank you.
And thank you all for a great event once again on the judges' feedback. Great feedback. I love taking part in these events. To me, it's so empowering, helping to be able to motivate people, you know, and be trained too. It's great, a great experience for me, and many long may it continue. It's just a start. Thank you.
Our doctor, the amazing, powerful, motivational speaker, Sonny. Welcome to the stage.
It is all about participation, and that is my own domain. That is my own enthusiasm for this particular platform. So we'd like to thank you, Harry and Lily. I know you're not doing it for the love of money, but for the job of it. And look at how many people you are developing around the globe. We're very, very grateful for all of this. Teuta, congratulations. Even with myself, if I were allowed to vote, I would have voted for you at the same time. That's the reality of the system.
Thank you.
So even for your dress, I would have voted for that. But the content, your container and the content were amazing. So also is Will and me, myself, all of us, we are in a race here. Nobody is a victim. Everybody wins. That's why I like to emphasize, because I have picked up quite a lot of your own speaking style, your own emotion that you've actually put in tonight. And I've picked a lot from Will at the same time. These are things, life experiences that nobody can duplicate, or can you take anything away from it? They are priceless. So it has been a fantastic one. And I wish everybody good night rest, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are, because there are people from all over the world that are participating. And I hope that we can support Harry and Lily a lot more by promoting and empowering more people to become leaders. Yes, like I said, leaders are those who provide for others what they cannot do for themselves. That's exactly the empowering platform and visionary platform that Lily and Harry have been providing selflessly. They're doing it for all of us. So well done, guys. See you soon. Tomorrow I'll be here, and the day after I'll be here. And I'm always going to be with you guys, because you are creating a platform that is an enabler, a facilitator. The blockchain really is what you guys are.
Thank you so much, Tony. And Brox, please play me one salsa music, because it's time to go to sleep tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We are starting again with the Saturday night, and on Sunday with the best motivational speakers that you haven't seen. Saturday and Sunday, the more speakers are coming to say the message with the word, and the good news is that you are invited. So tomorrow we have Beata, Mohammed, Christina, and Luz, and on Sunday we have Nida, Tom, Nick, Ronald, and Monica. So this is just a starting. Congratulations to Teuta, congratulations to Will and Sonny for this powerful speech that you delivered today. Lily and I were so proud of all of you. Special thanks to our judges, all this amazing work and amazing feedback, and also the difficult decision that you have to make today. It was really divided, and that says something about the quality of our judges. That also say something about the quality of the speakers, that if at this level that you are right now, things are so tight that one small thing can make a big difference. And like Sonny said, participate and share your message with the world is what this is really about. And in that note, Brox, let's put me some salsa. Let's spotlight everyone. And close.
salsa ahora, mi salsa para bailar, este ritmo tan sabroso, el ritmo para guarachar. Yo te canto con sentimiento, mi banana te lo voy a dar. Muévese con sabrosura, abre la ventana para respirar. Ya mi salsa buena, ey, yo te traigo la salsa buena. Estamos gozando ahí nada más de rico está. Si yo te traigo.
And welcome to Speakers and Leaders Club. My name is Harry Sardinas. I'm the founder of Speakers and Leaders.
My name is Lily Patrascu, and I'm the founder of Speakers and Leaders and Brand for Speakers.
Hi everybody, my name is Beata Podgorska. I'm a mindset and confidence coach.
I'm Tom Thompson, author of the upcoming book, Tree Economy.
My name is Teuta, Avdyli. I am an author. My first book, Born to Stand Out, and my second book, Family Legacy of Love.
My name is Muhammad Jalma. I help people to build their dreams and to make them a better person.
My name is Nida Sabah. I am an author and I am a political economy advisor.
My name is Will Gerrard. I'm a life coach, therapist, and motivational speaker.
My name is Adobe. I'm a reinvention coach.
I'm Nick, and I'm the best-selling author of Secret Influence, Communicate and Persuade Power, and a professional copywriter.
My name is Dilana, author of the book Get Stuff Done.
I'm Christian Molden. I'm the author of this book, One Life, One List.
Hello everyone, my name is Luke, transformational coach and motivational speaker.
I'm Patrascu. I'm an international motivational speaker, also the author of the book Discipline Package.
Hello everyone, I am Michelle Yao. I am a speaker. I am a life coach, helping people to find their life purpose.
My name is Christina and I am entrepreneur and parental coach.
My mission in life is empower millions of people around the world to have a voice, because I really believe that your voice can transform the world.
I joined Speakers and Leaders Club, and I since have enhanced my speaking skills. I was able to gain a lot of confidence with speaking engagements. I'm now speaking internationally.
I've got to use public speaking and online public speaking to get my message across, to connect with people, to tell stories that bring people in and engage them, and to be a more powerful speaker.
What I've learned here is giving me, and I'm even learning. I learned how to go on Zoom for Facebook Live today.
Since I joined Harry and Lily, I've gained unimaginable confidence. I've gone from a shy guy to now being the president of one of the biggest London Toastmaster clubs. I organised my events, and I founded one of the largest growing copywriting communities on Facebook.
Working with Harry and Lily and being a part of Speakers and Leaders Club is just amazing. We share, we care, and we help each other to grow and how to get success.
I learned the structure of the speeches, how to engage the people, how to package your message here, how to sell from one to many, but also by online.
Reason why I joined Speakers and Leaders. I was looking for somewhere that would get me, would understand my vision and run with me. And I got that when I joined Speakers and Leaders. Harry Sardinas, Lily Patrascu, thank you 1,000 times over for helping me realize my dream and my passion within my book.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to see all those inspiring people.
We will do different for the whole world and build a new future for our new generation.
Join Speakers and Leaders Club so you can discover how to become a more charismatic speaker and leader, how to overcome the fear of speaking, how to speak more confidently, how to get paid and booked to speak from
the stage, how to build your coaching and speaking business. Register at speakersandleaders.com and I'll see you there.
And welcome to Speakers and Leaders Club.